Hello everyone. Welcome to the first session of SAP Security course. In this session, we will be looking at the introduction of SAP Security. First of all, I would like to discuss about why do we need SAP Security. Security is first of all very important in any organization. If you see, there is a lot of securities which we implement in our organization. It's based on network, or it's based on preventing some attack by implementing some firewall or some security policies within the network, so that the external party does not comes into our network. So we secure our network from external environment. But ERP security or an SAP security is little bit different from that. Here we are discussing about the security within the ERP system. That means the data protection within the organization. See, this is very important in a bigger organization or a multinational company, that we protect the data. We need to ensure that the person who is accessing the data in the ERP system is the right person or not, or what they need to access, what they are supposed to access. So this is about ERP security. In SAP address this security within SAP in a very detailed way. That is one of the main reason SAP is well known in the market. SAP has well defined security policies and procedures to identify or to overcome the security issue within the ERP system. For this reason, we have all the standards like SOX, Sarbanes-Oxley Act, which is in US, or the same form is used in Canada for example as CSOX, or in Japan it's as JSOX. So in a different format, this SOX is used in different part of this world. Same like this, we have different policies for EU. We have a different policy for UK. We have a different policies, or ISO 27005 also talks about risk management inside ERP system. Like this, we have different standards, industry standards, which is available. So SAP actually gives you a platform to address these standards. SAP has the option that we can customize the security needs for our organization in the way we like to implement it. That is an interesting part in SAP. SAP is very flexible in this. So that means each and every transaction who access and what they can do inside the transaction is very detailedly defined in SAP. And nowadays, every customer takes security inside SAP as a very important topic during their implementation. And then we'll come to the point of SAP security consultant. SAP security consultants also very important people within this organization. For example, you are an SAP security consultant, you govern the SAP system. You govern the SAP system. So it's very important that we understand SAP security in detail to implement any customer needs, or to analyze the customer business and implement based on their business requirement. This is an introduction about this course. This course is designed from beginning, that means from navigation till audit information security. This target audience for this course is basis consultant, or authorization consultant, or even user administrators and security consultant, and for internal as well as external auditors, as well as business solution managers and integration managers. For internal external auditors, it is very helpful if you know SAP security in detail, then you can audit the system and advise the customer very easily. as well as for the business solution managers and integration manager. Now SAP security is very important for a scenario, business scenario, which is integrated within different module, as well as which is integrated from SAP system to the non SAP system. So it is targeted for all this audience. The goals and objective of this course: SAP authorization concept. We will be discussing very detail about SAP authorization concept, how do we design concept, and then how do we implement this concept, that the approach and the methodology to design SAP authorization concept. Next one is role and profile maintenance. We will go very detail in role and profile maintenance, and we will also see what is the problems we face during implementation of profile maintenance. And it is very important that we understand this concept very clear in the beginning, because what we see in the market generally, people tend to implement SAP authorization concept over a period of time. Let's say after 2 or 3 years, the system grows and the requirement for SAP security grows. Then we have seen that the design or the concept which was implemented in the initial phase does not fits anymore for the business needs. Then they have to go back and change the entire authorization concept. That will have a very big impact, even a business impact. One day if somebody lost an authorization for a in a company, or a salesperson lost an authorization in a company, the business transaction is stopped for one user. It's an impact. So it is very important that we understand this concept very clearly in the beginning, as well as how to maintain this one. Then we need to see how do we do this for a long run, or we should not change this authorization concept after implementing roles and profiles. Then we will come to the user administration part. This is also very important. This user administration can solve lot of problems in a long run. So if we understand what the user administration very clearly, you can define what is required from the beginning stage of user creation and administration. So monitoring these users also is very important. So we can define all these things. This is also one of our main objective. And central user administration, this is, we will come to that in detail. We can administrate many systems from one single system. That will also, we will see how do we set up the CUA as well as how do we maintain this. Then we will also discuss about SAP upgrade. This is also one of the main tasks for, especially for SAP security consultant, that you may come across some of SAP upgrades. So how do we approach, and what all the steps we need to do, what are all the challenges what we will face during the SAP upgrade, that also we will be learning in this course. And we will be learning about managing critical authorization. Means this critical authorization, somehow we need to give it to some users. So how are we going to manage this critical authorization, and what are all this critical authorization? This we will learn in this course, as well as audit and securities, audit policies, how do we set up this audit information systems, and we will also see how to maintain the security within the SAP system. The security means not authorization or users, the security for SAP system, that the password policies and another security parameters, how do we set up this and how do we monitor this. Then we will also see analyzing authorization issues and fixing authorization issues. This is very important because this may be the day-to-day operation for a kind of application management, or while the system is going live, or after the system is gone live. This authorization issues is always comes. So we need to understand the authorization concept very clear, analyze these issues, and how to fix the issues. Thank you very much for listening. I will see you in the next session. Bye bye.